Test, test. Let's drop down a little bit. Test, test, check, check. It's me. Everything good. Levels good. What's up? Yo, welcome back. Hi, how you doing? I hope everything's going good. I know it's going good. It has to be. Well, it doesn't have to be, but I hope it is. I'm doing great. As you can tell by the title, I can finally paint again. So it's time to get back in the studio and do that. I've been to the doctor I've been to the doctor 3 times since I hurt my thumb, and I have one final visit next week, but everything's healing up nicely, and I don't have pain in my thumb very often anymore, and it's not swollen, so I can put the gloves on. They got me wearing this little Band-Aid, which, personally, I think isn't dramatic enough because, I need people to know that I hurt myself. Well, I don't need people to know that, but, it makes my injury look less serious. And it's a little embarrassing, really, right? But yeah, so I'm super excited. And since I haven't been able to paint in a while, it gave me some perspective on what I really love to do. And it allowed me to see just how lucky I am to be able to have a space to paint and to have a place to put whatever I paint online. So if you've been hanging out with me so far, thank you so much. In my downtime, since I haven't been able to paint, I've been doing a ton of reading. So I've been reading like anatomy books. I finally finished Gleam, and we'll talk about that a little later in the video. And I started reading, it's like a poetry book. One second. So the first book I'm reading right now is called The Poet X. A friend of mine gave me this book. It's by Elizabeth Acevedo. It's pretty good so far. Yeah, I have 0 complaints. I'll let you know what I think about it as I get deeper into it. And then I'm also reading a book on Persian painting. Hold on. Also reading a book on Persian painting, which, if you know me, I always have a book in my backpack for if something happens and I just, I want to read. I love Persian art. I've really been interested in how they use color and how they depict daily life, because that's been on my mind a lot lately. But yeah, 2 of the books I'm reading right now. What else? What else is new? What else is going on? Sorry, I'm just trying to catch you guys up. I haven't really been making videos. I took a couple days off so I could heal my thumb up, get some rest, hang out with family, the huge. Yeah, I'm trying to think, dude. Really, I just want to say how lucky I feel to be able to paint again. You don't know how much you miss something until it's gone. Where did Janet Jackson and Q-Tip? Oh, also, so I love music, and I was listening to the new Tyler album, which, if you haven't, please go listen to that. What are you doing? Also, if you have listened to the Tyler album, what's your favorite song? But while I was kind of cleaning up around in the studio, the song Tomorrow came on, and the last 40 seconds or whatever is so beautiful. That outro is amazing. Like, Tyler, the man's a genius. But let's start painting. Well, dude, I haven't opened up my palette box in, I don't know, a week and a half. And so I'm kind of scared to see all the paint that's in there that's just about to go to waste, but whatever, let's do it. Okay, so I'm locked in. They won't let me out. Right. Damn, dude. Gloves. So what do y'all listen to when you're making art? Because lately, oh my days. Look at the state of this. Yeah, when I'm not recording and I'm painting, I think I'm usually listening, well, lately it's been the Tyler album, but if it's not Tyler, oh, and my blade's broken. I am down bad. I'm down bad, y'all. Luckily, we keep blades for this. We keep blades for stuff like this. You feel me? It's about time for a new blade anyways. Damn, did the paint? Oh, here we go. Oh, wait a minute. This is just letting me know I need to change my blades more often. Because ain't no way I can't get a blade out of my glass scraper with pliers, bruh. Ain't no way. Come on, baby. Oh, yep. There it is. Yep. Yes, sir. This looks like a broken tooth. I cannot paint with this, and I need to dispose of it properly and things like that. So if you don't know, when you're getting rid of a razor, wrap it up, because you don't want that latex. That I think I'm latex. Yeah, there it is. Because we don't want nobody ending up like how I did. I would never do you like I do me. I wish they made coffee makers that kind of screamed at you like teapots did, or kettles, I guess. So we're gonna grab a fresh blade. Fresh blade, you know, there's a metaphor in that, you know, like fresh blade, fresh start, and things of that nature. That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. And if I wasn't so traumatized by cutting my thumb open, I would be even more ecstatic about it. 1 second. Whenever I wear this jumpsuit, I either feel like a mechanic or the cockroach in Men in Black 1, where he like body snatches that dude. Jesus, dude. Really is a travesty. Look at that. No sadder sight. Genuinely no sadder sight in the entire world. So in my downtime, I was thinking a lot about other painters who might have stopped for whatever reason. And apparently, Picasso stopped painting for like 2 years, and he just became a writer for whatever reason. That made me feel a little bit better about my situation, even though they're not even comparable. All right, dude. I think it's time to bust out the brushes. I'm taking them out of here because the last time I used my brushes, I was painting a model in Brooklyn. And unfortunately, I didn't even get to finish my painting of her because she's moving to Virginia. And the last couple of weeks on the painting, my model is moving back to Virginia. And so didn't get to finish the painting on her, but that's okay because I learned a lot of stuff painting her, and hopefully I will be able to apply it to the stuff that I'm doing right now. I won't lie to you, I have been ducking this painting because for whatever reason, I can't get her lips right. And I think I've painted and scraped her lips off 3 or 4 times. And usually I don't have that much of a problem with the lips. Typically it's the eyes or something else. And I don't really know what the root of the problem is, but I'm hoping today, since I haven't touched this painting, I haven't looked at my reference photos, nothing, that I'll just be able to go for it and I'll be able to see it with fresh eyes, even though I've been looking at this painting every day for like 6 months. But that is another problem. Maybe not problem, but another issue. All right. So our palette is clean. We are ready to lay out our paint. Dude, the thing about painting in the winter, or the thing about painting in a city that experiences winter, is, you know, if you don't want to get sick and you want to be safe and you want to do all the, you know, the rules, blah, 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 you have to paint with a window open and an air filter on. But it's like 20 degrees outside, bro. So I'm going to be in here freezing while I'm trying to get this thing done. But that's, you know, that's the name of the game, baby. As a painter, it's about sacrifice, but it's still fun though. Like, sacrificing can be fun. Let me put the paint out, and then we'll start on the painting. We locked in and shit like that, and shit like that. Y'all have no idea how many times I've recorded and my mic has been off, and it's just been me yapping into the ether. All right, let's see. Oh, also, what I've been listening to while I paint is Leon Thomas. His new album, Mutt, is phenomenal. I really like R&B, even though I don't listen to it that much, so it kind of sounds like I'm lying. But, you know, I really like music that allows me to sort of visualize what I'm planning to do next. Hold on, let me get my Let me get my dig out. You feel me? One of the greatest inventions ever. I'm saving paint. I have been absolutely, I don't know what I have been, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Yeah, a part of living in New York is, you're going outside all the time. So you can meet people, and I don't take advantage of that in the winter. And that might be because I'm from the Midwest, and when it's wintertime, you don't leave the house unless you got something to do, and then you get right back inside. The wintertime is for hibernation. Winter is strictly for getting better at stuff. So then when it's time for summer, you can hop out and show niggas. You feel me? What's that Skepta? I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna put the Skepta video up here where he's like, complete the mission. Or no, it's not a video, it's a quote. I'm gonna put the Skepta quote up here. Don't even worry about it. Editing Jordan got us because he love us. Okay. Very serious question. Have y'all heard about the drones in New Jersey? What is that about? What is going on? I mean, I got a feeling I know what's going on, but I want to know what you think is going on, because they bugging out over there across the water. Let me tell them pull up to the Bronx. I'm trying to see something real quick. For real though, I would love to see, because I have a decent view of the sky, but that's about it. That's all I can really see from my apartment is the sky. So I feel like now that the year is essentially over, we got a couple days left in this bit to really go hard and to think about what we want to do with next year, and to figure out how we want to implement the plan for next year, which, if you don't know already, YouTube is part 1 of phase 1, because I'm trying to throw a show next year. I'm going to throw a show next year. Which is what I'm working on right now. All of these paintings behind me are going to be a part of that show. And if you're in New York, I absolutely implore you to pull up. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna say what's up to one another. But right now, while it's wintertime, we're grinding. Yeah, while it's wintertime, we're locked in. You know what I'm saying? While everyone else is outside having fun and being cool. Nah, just kidding. Shout out to everybody outside. We just not outside yet. It's not our time. And that's definitely something I'm still learning how to get used to being patient, because I feel like I'm a patient person, but I can always be more patient. My winter arc is about patience and the grind. You feel me? Because we ain't never ran from the grind. Yo, it feels so good to be able to use my thumb without being scared. I know this is no comparison, but just imagine being a professional athlete and you have some crazy injury and you have to trust your body to do something at the highest level after you hurt yourself, and that trust you have to have for your body. Because I get it. I definitely understand how someone could not trust their body after hurting themselves, because I still don't even really trust my thumb to not hurt when I do simple tasks. Also, while I was having some downtime, I was just looking at different artists' studios and how they work, like their working conditions. Francis Bacon, oh my God, that man had some stuff going on. Let me tell you what. Well, I tell you what.
I tell you what.
Okay, y'all. We are ready to paint. Moment of truth. Cool. So we're gonna oil this out, take some of the oil off, and then we'll start painting her mouth. I always have a good time doing this particular part of the process, just because I like watching the painting come to life, as you're about to see. I really love the richness that we get. Look at that. It's like a different painting. I love it. It's also like the easiest part of it before I have to actually paint it. But yeah, we oil her out. We don't need to do everything, just around her, so we can see what the painting looks like. And then we take our paper towel and we wipe some of the oil away so that it doesn't, when it dries, we don't want it to create a layer of oil that is shiny, and eventually it'll make the painting crack. And it just looks bad. Like, I've had it happen a few times, and I've had to like repaint pieces of certain paintings in it. Okay, so we've got her oiled out, and now we can start actually painting. So let me set up really quick, and then we can get that going. Okay, let's do this thing. All right, dude. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is I am redrawing in her mouth. While I had this downtime of just kind of thinking about, making art, while I've had downtime from painting, it got me thinking about a lot of the hobbies that I have, or just maybe not hobbies, but passions. And writing is one of those passions. And it made me think about how, you shouldn't wait to do something, especially if you love doing it. Don't wait to do the things that you love doing, especially if they help you to be a better version of yourself, which I think writing does for me, and I've missed it. So if you miss doing something, get back out there and do it. Like, you know what I mean? I actually think what I might do is draw this in and then come back once I have it drawn in, so I don't, because right now I'm like trying to kind of pinpoint where it is. And so I'll see in a sec once this is drawn in. So that took longer than I expected, but we got it done. For me, dude, when I'm doing these little revisionary drawings, this won't work. When I'm doing these drawings to fix up what I've done previously, I get kind of nervous. It's a little anxiety inducing to think about, okay, all right, let's get this right so we don't got to go back. But I need to stop thinking about my paintings in that way where I need to stop thinking about the paintings in that way where I'm thinking about it in such a final sort of way, because it's not final. You know what I mean? I can always fix it. I think the anxiety comes from wanting to just get it done and do a good job, but that's not how it works. You know what I mean? If you rush, you end up having to go back and do it, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. But it's cool. I have a whole lifetime to make mistakes like this, so I'm not tripping. It feels so good to be back painting. So good, dude. I will say I've been enjoying this painting a lot more than the previous ones. And I'm not sure if that's just because... And I'm not sure if I'm enjoying it more because of where I'm at in my life or what, but it's definitely fun. One of the painters that I've been looking at while I work on this, I've been sort of going back and forth between the MoMA and the Met. I would go to the Brooklyn Museum, but it's just a little too far for me to go there super often. But they have a wonderful collection. But yeah, a painter I've been looking at is Velázquez and Rembrandt. I've been looking at Velázquez for how he handles the edges, and I've been looking at Rembrandt for how he handles the likeness, because I could always get better at it, and I want to know what I should pay more attention to as I work. I want to know what I need to be paying attention to while I'm while I'm working. And Rembrandt's paintings always do it for me. But really, dude, I just love the ability to be able to go to a museum and look at world-class art. You know, it's such a luxury, and I used to take it for granted, but you know, I'm beginning to get addicted to the idea that I can essentially go to a museum anytime I want and look at great art. That's a little dark. I won't lie though, it feels really good to be back in the studio. Like, really good, dude. Because I've missed it. There hasn't been a time, dude, I think I've painted every week for like the past year. And it felt weird to not be able to be in the studio. It was like something felt, well, okay. Outside of the obvious something being wrong with my hand, I guess we can say spiritually something felt wrong with my inability to be in the studio. And now that I've got that next to it, this can go a little lighter. Dude, this feels like when you're fighting a boss in a video game. I'm like nervous, and it's not because I'm filming, because I think I've kind of gotten past the initial stage fright, I guess you could call it. Yeah, I'm no longer super camera shy. I feel like I'm kind of nervous to do this part of the painting, dude. I want to do a good job. Yeah, I want to do a good job, and I also want to move on from this part of the painting because it's been plaguing me. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I have scraped down and repainted her mouth so many times, dude. I've even like drawn it in my sketchbook while I'm at work. You know, I'm like obsessed with this woman's mouth, with not in a weird way. It just is like I want to get it right. I want to do her justice. You know, because she hasn't seen this yet. She doesn't know what this looks like. No one really does. No one really knows what these look like outside of you guys. I put a couple on Instagram. No one really knows what's happening in the studio besides you guys, and that's cool. Actually, let's throw that highlight on above her lip, or on the upper part of her lip, just so I can see the upper range of what's going to be happening here, just so I can kind of get a good idea of what I'm looking at. Okay, so I've grayed out her mouth too much, and I need to darken this down here. So let's switch brushes. But yeah, this part of the painting brings me a ton of anxiety because I've just been stuck on it for so damn long, and it's been keeping me stuck in one place. And one of my sort of rules is know when to give up, or know when to move on, but never quit. And I definitely could have followed my own advice when it comes to this painting. I could have moved on to other parts, but just staring at the mouth every time I get over here would just bother me. So I had to do something. Somebody do something. All right, dog. Does not look bad. But yeah, is there anything that you're working on that kind of, I don't want to say scares you, but kind of gives you a little bit of anxiety to work on it? What's really bugging me right now, I mean, this isn't bad. I could definitely brighten up that highlight. Could probably throw that in there to separate that. What I like most about painting is playing with color. Okay. Dude, that does not look super bad right now. Best lips I've done since I started this damn painting. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I think what I need to do is I think I need to build up down here, and then I can build up around it. So we'll use a 2 for that. And that, it's funny, right? Like, a mentor of mine always tells me, no matter he always tells me, no matter how many books you read on painting, they'll never teach you how to paint. But that that feels better. This even kind of pops out a little more, which is cool. So her mouth looks better than I've ever done it up until this point. So this is an absolute win. And dude, all right, I need to add like that little shelf down there at the bottom of her mouth, or like underneath her lip. Painting is fun. Painting is fun because you get to try out a bunch of different color combinations to see what works next to one another. That looks pretty good, man. All right, so oh yeah. Okay, so I wanted to show you the drawing I did of her mouth, because like, and also let me know if you want a sketchbook tour or something. Okay, look, you see, let me put it in the light. Maybe I can put it up here. Right, like, I worked on it, and I don't think it came out bad. You know what I mean? So now it's just about implementing what I learned, or it's about implementing what I've figured out. It's about putting the practice into motion now. Ooh, he got motion. Also, let me know if you want to see like a sketchbook tour or something. Sorry, I'm kind of at a loss of words right now while I'm painting this, because this is a little different. This is a little more serious than the charcoal drawings I've been doing, and so I have to use a little bit more focus. Not to say that the charcoal drawings don't require focus, but a different level of focus. So I think I'm gonna have to use a little bit of blue. I don't particularly like using, well, that's not bad though. I don't particularly like using blue or cooler colors when I'm working on the head, because I don't want to dull it out. So I'm doing my best, y'all. I'm doing my best. Bear with me. I feel like I am so close to nailing this part of the painting, which will be great, because I feel, well, all right, I feel like the rest of the painting will be a breeze, but it probably won't, to be totally honest with you, just because that's kind of how it works with painting, where you think that you're just gonna, you solve one problem and, it's a piece of cake from there. But in my experience so far, not that I've had a bunch of experience being a professional painter, but once you solve one problem, another one pops up. And what kind of determines your painting is how you handle that problem, which has helped me in life outside of painting. I say this all the time, but I really do feel like this is where I faced some issues last time. The issue I faced is not correcting problems when I see them. Genuinely though, painting helps me in every aspect of my life. It has helped me be a better person and be more thoughtful, and to think more about what I'm doing and what I'm looking at, and even who I am, truthfully. So I am forever grateful to painting and to art. This damn bottom lip don't wanna cooperate, for real. You know what I've never understood though? How back to Francis Bacon, right? Like, I've never understood how some painters were able to work so messily, and their paintings come out so nice. But I think some people are able to find comfort in the chaos of their own making. So try not to judge that too hard, because even if you don't understand something, If it works for somebody else, it works. And you can't really argue with results. I mean, you can argue with results, but you kind of look silly. I'm getting that anxious feeling again, man. Because I really want. Okay, I gotta calm down. So I'm gonna try and calm down. Because I don't want the mouth. You work so hard on something. You work so hard on something, but we don't really have control over anything. As I am taught every single day by painting. Just doing my best. I'm just doing my best. I'm being too hard on myself because I'm looking at it and it doesn't look bad. She doesn't look bad right now. And I know I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay and I need to just keep painting. So I'm gonna keep painting, y'all. My karma is beautiful. All right. So cleaned off the palette, took a little 5-minute break. We're back to do the thing. What I appreciate about painting, when I first started, I didn't understand why painters would go back and maybe fix or change the position of something, or like move stuff around. Because to me, at least in the beginning, it was like, once it's up there, it's up there. And we ain't changing it. We ain't moving it. What you get is what you got. And, as I've begun to learn more and more about the craft of painting, it's not about being so static. It's about how well you can adapt to the present situation. And I try to carry that with me every day. Just being more flexible with life, and just trying to not fight what the universe has laid out for me, because you easily can. When you struggle, the more you struggle, the more you struggle. You know what I mean? The harder things get, and the more frustrated you get, and it's harder to see a pathway out. Something I'm working on right now is my social skills, because for a while I still don't really understand how painters are able to socialize after they're done painting. Like, how do you have the energy or the people skills? And it's all a balancing act. I'm learning how to balance now, and I kind of feel, a part of me feels like I'm behind in that aspect of learning how to balance people and my relationships and maintaining them, because that can be hard, especially if all you do is stay in the studio and you are a studio rat and you don't really do much else, which is me. I mean, I do other things. I go to the museum and I hang out with non-art related friends. But when it comes to being time to turn on the charm and make moves, sometimes I forget how to do that. And I know that is super, super, super important to one's progress, and definitely something I'm working on this winter. Stay in the studio, but also develop relationships with people outside of my studio, because that's just as important. I'm using up all these little tiny ass brushes. But as I was saying, mad respect to anybody who is chasing a dream and finds themselves closer to it every day. And even if you don't feel like you're closer, as long as you're working on it, you're closer. And that's something I have to tell myself every day too. Because I remember when I started on my YouTube journey, I didn't really think this would help me, but it has immensely, because it's put a battery in my back. It's put a battery in my back to just stay locked in, to stay focused, and to stay, I guess the word I would look for is to stay consistent. And I've never had a problem with consistency, but it doesn't hurt to have something help you, And YouTube is definitely a huge helper when it comes to, because now I'm doing something and I'm like, yo, I should record right now. What am I doing? Like, oh, you're not even, like, how serious are we, bro? You know what I mean? Like, how serious are we about our dreams? And I'm so serious. Yeah, dude. Yeah, see? Come on, man. Fuck with me. Fuck with me. Yeah. That looks pretty dang good. So while I sit here trying to make a mixture, I'm thinking about how far I've come in terms of using a bunch of paint. And it's something my mentor would always tell me, like, you got to use more paint. Like, you're painting. You're not making a watercolor. You're making a painting. You know, I would almost approach painting from a position of lacking, because I'm like, okay, well, I understand I'm making a painting, but I don't have that much paint, dude. And paint costs money. So, like, yeah, I understand I'm painting, but I need to buy the paint, dude. And I can't afford to buy a new tube of paint every week. But I've since realized that, you know, a part of painting or making any sort of art or anything really is about approaching it from a position or a standpoint of abundance. Because, dude, she's like looking much better now. The more paint you use, the more feeling you're able to get into it. And it just kind of gives the piece some soul. That's really what we're after, more than, like, at least for me, like in my paintings, I'm kind of, you know, I'll speak for myself. I won't say we. You know, when it comes to my paintings, I'm after a feeling. Oh, right. But as I was saying though, I'm looking for like a life philosophy, and I'm looking for a way to better understand who I am as a person, and a better way to interact with my environment, really. Dude, when you first start painting, no one tells you how taxing it can be on your body, dude. You're like standing up for mad long, bruh. Yes, sir. Yo, the thing about painting, also, I don't want to hear nothing about how her eyes look, right? Like, I haven't worked on them yet. I got it. Trust me, I got it. That's next session. Right now, we're taking our win with the mouth, okay? Look, we're going to keep grinding on the mouth. I'm not done yet. Definitely a W for the day, for certain. For certain, my boy. Yo, I think I said this in a video. Maybe it was even the last video. But the thing about painting is that it's like puberty. And you just kind of gotta go through it. You gotta go through it so you can see what it looks like on the other side. And then, well, you can't really make changes unless you do surgery. Well, you know, hey man, do what you gotta do. But what I'm getting at is there's like a process, and it gets ugly, and then it gets better, and then it gets ugly again. And you just kind of have to live with the process and roll with the punches and like deal with it. Cause I won't lie, right now, dude, this looks pretty good to me. This area right here, I was able to give her a little more color, and I'm gonna fix this up in a moment with some black. Well, I'm gonna make a black. I try not to use black from the tube. I try to make my own. It ends up being a lot more chromatic, which is what we're after. We're after like a really colorful painting. So what I'm gonna do right now is fix up this bottom portion of her chin. It has been a while since I've been this proud of a piece of a painting, and I'm glad I got it on camera to be with y'all. All right, let's get this black going, and then we'll clean off our palette so we can continue to just kind of work around. Yeah, bro. Yes, bitch. What do we need to do? I need to just work around her mouth just a little bit more. just to kind of clean it up. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I was a little scared to start working on the top of her mouth, or like the top side, just because I've been doing such a good job, in my opinion. Bruh, I am so happy. I am so pleased. I am so pleased. Yeah, glad, and I'm glad I was recording it, because not even 10 minutes ago I was like starting to panic a little bit. Sometimes you add, not you, me. Sometimes I'll add a little too much sauce, and by sauce I mean white, and it'll just absolutely wreck whatever mixture it is I'm working on. I read in a book once. It's funny, I know I was talking about how they say, or my mentor said, you can't really learn how to paint from a book, you actually have to do it. And he's absolutely right. You can't learn how to paint from a book, but you can learn tips, which is what I got and what I kind of learned or have been learning. Because I read a lot, or I try to. I try to read when I'm on the train, and I'm trying to get used to thinking about painting as like me placing pieces of color in the spots that they belong, to kind of make it more painterly, and trying not to have it look like a coloring book, because a lot of my paintings have that effect. And I just want to get better. And so while I'm working, I'm constantly thinking about the books I've read and how I can apply that knowledge to my current painting. Y'all, we are making a painting. Yeah, this is so exciting. I'm so happy to be back in the studio and working. Hold on, let me clean off my palette, and then we'll get back to it. Just clean this up. I think we are nearing the end for today's session, because I really just wanted to do the mouth and sort of the surrounding area, and definitely I'm accomplishing that. And I don't want to do too much on my first day back, and the paint will still be wet tomorrow, so we're gonna work on it some more tomorrow, and we're gonna keep moving up her face. We're gonna make some adjustments to her eyes, and actually start painting the eyes. I haven't even really freaking painted them. Okay, what do I need to do? I need to fix that. And this is too big. That's a 2. This is a 1. Yeah, it feels really good to be able to paint again. And I'm also thankful. I'm thankful for my break, because that helped me out to just sort of taking the break gave me perspective on what exactly I was doing this for. Also, I hope it goes without saying. Yeah, it goes without saying, but I hope you were painting with or drawing with me, or doing something. I feel like I have so much more perspective on painting now, and how I want to approach my art. Yeah. All right, dude. So I am pretty happy with where we stopped for the day. Yeah, I'll bring the camera a little closer so you can see what we actually did. And yeah, give me a second. As you can see, we worked on the mouth, worked on the color a little bit. We'll work on the eyes next session. We'll fix some of this up, but in total, I'm pretty happy with where we got. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. So let me clean up. So that felt really good. I am so happy that I got a chance to paint, And even though I felt a little rusty, it was just nice to play with the paint and feel like I'm accomplishing something with my goal of finishing this painting. Yeah, it felt really nice. It was very cathartic. I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm kind of at a loss for words right now. Yeah, today was really fun, and I look forward to working on the painting some more. But before I end the video, I just wanted to talk about the book that I've just finished called Gleam, right, by Freddie Carrasco. Please go get this book, especially if you're into illustration and you like art. I'll pull a few of my favorite panels from the book, and I'll scan them in and put them right here. But this book is phenomenal, genuinely phenomenal. I love how loose the drawings feel. They almost feel sketchy, but there's so much force behind them. The line work is awesome, and even the colored panels are dope too. But more than anything, I love how psychedelic it is. I love how futuristic the story is, and the characters are cute. It's a really dope book. Please go out and get it. It's about a group of kids who live in the future, and their friend who is a cyborg, or I think he's a robot, not a cyborg. I think he's like a droid or something, and they don't make the parts for him anymore, and he breaks down, and so they're trying to figure out how they can save their friend. I'm not going to tell you anymore. Go read it. Go get it. I think it's like $18 on Amazon. It's great to have in your collection, something to just look back on. If you made it this far in the video, put "we back" in the comment section. Put "we back" down there. But with that being said, I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for hanging out with me yesterday, and thank you for hanging out with me tomorrow. I will see you very soon. Today was a blast. Peace.
Griselda.